Well, that is a nice copper coin, but oh, Doug, do you know what time it is?
45 up.
Who says 45 up, Doug? It's quarter after. What's up, guys? Hoarder here, and welcome back to another quarter after. We took a few weeks off because it's summer, and we got summer things going on. But we're going to be back this week, probably next week, and then I might have to take another week off because it's summer. I just said that. Remember, it's summer. I don't know if you guys saw it on my Facebook or not. I'm not going to get into it too much on tonight's quarter after, but the group made another television appearance this week with an incredible find from one of the group. I don't want to spoil it. So if you want to check out the Facebook, you can be ahead of the game. If not, oh man, it's going to be a good story. It's still building. That'll probably happen in a couple of weeks. So hold on to your horses, as they say. Let me say a couple of hellos before we get the gang started. Sue Ramsey here, Prairie Pirate, my good friend Dave, Teresa, the treasure hunter. Thank you very much. And Laura. I don't want to forget about Laura. Teresa, the treasure hunter, one of my moderators. Thank you, Teresa. Audrey Girlinghouse is here. Sue Ramsey. Mark Watrus. I hope I pronounced it right. Relic Rat, recovering artifacts together. John Finger is here. The Green Mountain Metal Detecting Machine is here. He did his spring live stream like a week or so ago, and I was hanging out. There. He was giving away all sorts of good prizes and everything. So I look forward to his fall one. Jersey Ray Diggs is here. Rachel, how are you, Rachel? Another moderator. Amanda Collins, Coils for Foils. Turd Ferguson is here. Lynn Parvin, Digging Times Past. I forget how to read. Everybody, thank you. Laid back show tonight, going over the last couple of weeks of some incredible finds. So I'm sure we'll have a lot of chat talking points today. And let me bring in, first and foremost, my biggest talking point, the handsomest, charismatic, Mr. Dog Tag Doug, Mexican Doug. Jane Fond Doug, how are you, Dougie?
Good. How's everybody tonight?
You look extra tan, Doug. Were you outside tanning this week?
I've been out, doing the crossing guard thing.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
The weather's been good. Been out metal detecting. So, getting some sun.
You look good. You look tan. I mean, I didn't realize how pale you must normally look until now.
Yeah, the winter's long and hard.
With that good-looking tan.
My skin's as white as snow.
Yeah, Doug was talking about
my hair.
Oh, yeah. Doug might start dyeing his mustache. I said week one we'll do like purple, and then we'll do like orange. That'll be like a new gimmick you can do, Doug.
Yeah.
What color's Doug's stash? That's always a winner. And talking about the colored stash, let's bring in the bearded wonder, Mr. Rich Van Winkle, who Rich, you don't dye your beard yet, do you?
What do you mean yet? I'm never going to dye it.
Well, you might one day. My little goatee thing kind of has been growing in gray since like my 20s, Doug. And I've always had to use like that. What do you call that stuff? Like the Ogilvy Home Perm? Not Ogilvy Home Perm. Whatever it is you do to dye your thing.
Yeah.
You're asking the two wrong people what that
I
is.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
Do I look like I'm dyeing it anything?
No, yours is not.
White.
Yours is white as a ghost.
Wait.
Great Finds is here. What's up? How are you, sir? It's going to be a fun day, Doug, of chilling with the chat and going over some incredible things, which you found some, Rich found some. Charlie couldn't make it this week, but Mid-Tone Matt, his first appearance on the show.
What's going on, guys?
Look how handsome he is.
Incredible things in these videos. So, Matt, what did you think? Were you able to get into the show okay? Did you figure out how to work this technology?
It took a little bit, but I got it. I was like a half hour early on here trying to figure it out. So, but yeah, I got it.
Well, you sound good. You look good. You sound good.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Nice.
And do you dye your mustache and goat?
You know what? I was laughing listening to you guys. I don't, but I might. As you can see, it's coming in gray.
Yeah. I don't care. Like, I'm not trying to look like a 20-year-old stud muffin. I just When it's really, really gray, it just bugs me. I just want like a little bit of color in there.
I'm just afraid I'm going to look like that guy with the big dark black hair all over my face.
Well, here's the secret. When I dye mine, I make sure that the next day I'm not going anywhere, because the first day it looks super dark. It looks so cheesy. So I really scrub it to kind of level it out. And by day 2, it's starting to look a little more natural.
Well, I may need to talk to you.
The things we do for vanity.
Vanity's sake,
Yeah, the things we got to
It's
do.
hard to be pretty.
Yeah. And talking about pretty, I don't want to forget the fifth wheel today. Miss Lindiana Jones,
Hey.
who is down in Virginia. I'll give her a cheap plug at the Fisherville Antiques Expo. Lynn, what kind of numbers are you anticipating at Fisherville?
It's a big show. They get a big crowd here. It's at a fairgrounds, and it's huge. So I don't know how many come through.
And where is Fisherville? What part of Virginia?
It's in the Shenandoah Valley.
Ooh, nice. Near Winchester or New Ray?
Past Winchester, past Stanton.
Stanton. Okay, down 81.
Down 81 and then 64.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Oh, it's not by 312, like off of 11 near where 71 comes in.
Hey, I'm helping those who want to get there find
I know.
easy.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Oh.
I thought it was where G53 crosses with B.
Bingo!
Not there.
Oh, God.
I don't know where it is, but it's
right
in
there.
Fisherville, the Antiques Expo. If you stop in, you can see Lindiana Jones, and she gives prizes away, right? Lynn, did you bring any prizes?
I have, I think, 2 left.
All right, there's two people get a
Yeah.
prize. We have to do new pictures now that the warmer weather's here, like a group photo. Those pictures are getting a little long in the tooth, Doug.
Yeah, I've given away a lot.
But let me start. I'll do a few more hellos, and we're going to jump into it because we're going to be going over this place that we've hunted the last couple of weeks in the videos, Doug. Some incredible things. I want to say, I don't even remember, maybe 14, 15 coppers so far, 30 buttons, give or take, all sorts of super cool relics. One of the best houses as far as just an eclectic selection of cool things. And Doug got the spot. Doug, do you want to tell everyone how you got the spot? One of the questions we get the most is, how do you get some spots? Maybe Doug can give out one of his secrets.
All right. Well, I've been telling everybody this for years, and I think it falls on deaf ears. You just got to have the courage to go up to a stranger and start talking to them. Now, you got to figure, we live in an area that's loaded with colonial. And you can go anywhere around Philadelphia, north, east, west, south of Philadelphia, and find colonial farms. We kind of concentrate mostly in Bucks County because it's closer to me and it's easier for me to get to these spots. But I see somebody that lives in a 1700s house. I figure they've got to enjoy history, at least feel something special for history. So I can approach them with the angle that we love history as much as you do. We would just like the opportunity to see if we can find those ancestral pieces that are buried in your yard or fields and show them to you. And it usually works. I mean, one way or another, we manage to get on these spots. And this one looked virgin and pretty much was, although one of the family members had been metal detecting one particular area. And interestingly, the owner of the property took us to that spot, and we got off to a great, great start. And it just kept getting better every spot we went to.
Yeah, with that segue, Doug, I'm gonna start it so they can see what you're talking about. This is the thumbnail I just included. This is from last week. But if I start it, you'll see the first shot here, which was Matt. Way up here, Doug, if you can see where my mouse is.
Yes. Yes.
This is the farmhouse to the people that are out there. When we showed up that morning, we thought we were hunting around this farmhouse up here. And the guy that owns it was so nice to us that he said, hey guys, I'm going to take you on a really special spot. Follow me. So we all got in the cars and went down this. It's hard to see, but from this to down here was an elevation like this over bumps and water. And, it was, we thought we were going to, I thought I was going to get stuck.
The song Over the River and Through the Woods to Grandma was based on this property.
Literally.
To get to that property, that's exactly what we had to do.
It doesn't look as ominous in this picture, but
it was ominous.
It was ominous. And even when you go down this hill, then you had to make this sharp turn, come way down off the picture, cross over like a bridge over the creek. And,
and the farmer said, don't worry, I got a tractor. It'll pull you out if you get stuck.
Pull us out. But Doug, he said, I'm going to bring you to the money spot. And he wasn't lying.
Wasn't kidding.
As soon as we got out of the cars, it just was like, it was on. There was signals. There was no trash. And it really started off an incredible day. So, like I said, not mid-tone Matt. Mid-tone Matt started off right by the trucks.
Yeah.
And I threw a comment up from John Marcia Shackelford saying, so glad the homeowner told you about the starter home. You wouldn't know by looking at the land. And you're right. He brought us right there. And once we got out of the starter home area, it was like a ghost town. There was no signal. So he really brought us right into the spot. And he wasn't kidding because there wasn't much outside of that zone.
Right.
But let's start off because there was some pretty good stuff. And I don't even remember the order here. This was the first, I'll say good find. Like I said, we probably started off with like 8, 9, 10 buttons that were all plain one-piece flat buttons, nothing amazing. But Matt started off with the first really good one with this oversized one that he thought was a copper because it was so big. And when we cleaned it up, it really, came out beautifully. That incredible dandy button. And I know if Green Mountain Brad's still in here, he doesn't want to be bothered with dandy buttons, but we like them. Matt, how many dandy buttons have you gotten over the years? I know I've probably seen you at least 2.
Probably about 10 or 15. Mostly in the last year. Cape Cod had a few. Some in South Jersey, about 10.
No George Washingtons yet, though.
No. Right? Everyone I get's a George Washington until I clean
it. Exactly.
They quickly stop becoming George Washington. 5 Mile Relic Hunters here. Feel free, anybody, if you're watching the chat, to yell out hellos because sometimes I miss them. Digging up the Carolinas and NEPA history and archaeology search. Thank you guys for showing up. But Matt's dandy button really kickstarted the day with something good.
Yeah, that was exciting.
And then after that, there was yet another button, but one that really got everybody motivated, or at least me, found by that guy right there who couldn't make it tonight. He's down at the shore with the lovely Judy this weekend.
Doesn't he look like Hellboy there?
Well, I try to grab the most like goofy. I got some really goofy ones of Rich coming up.
You got some goofy ones.
Yeah. I love going frame by frame and getting like just the goofiest pictures of people.
Charlie called me over with that. So long to edit?
What's that?
I said, is that why it takes you so long to edit?
Well, that's just for the live stream. I like to show, I like to have a little fun with it.
Goofiness.
But Charlie called me over with that weird look on his face. And when I walked over, man, I couldn't believe it. I pulled this up out of the dirt, out of his dirty clump pile. And I knew it was a pewter button, which we found pewter buttons a lot.
This is cool.
So I was hoping it would be something good, not just a plain pewter, but all pewter buttons are old. And when I flipped this one over and gave it a little rub, I saw that prominent US starting to come out.
US, yeah.
Now, those US pewter buttons, I mean, you're talking real early military. In the video, I thought it was Rev War. When we looked it up, it was actually War of 1812, but still really early. And I got a picture of it up here next to it, side by side.
Oh, nice.
So who was that?
Oh, that's Pat.
Oh, I hear a stranger talking.
I'm a ventriloquist.
I'm like, what is going on?
It was good,
He's
man.
sitting next to me.
Well, thank you, Pat. Thank you for commentating. Doug, I looked up. There's a comment from James Habovic that says, shout out to his friend Terry Shannon, 84 years old today. Terry was on the show, incredible guest.
Yeah.
So heartfelt happy
Yeah.
birthday to Mr. Terry Shannon. Doug,
And
remember
he's
Terry
still
Shannon?
going strong, 84. Yep.
Yeah. And still gets out every day. Let him be motivation for you. Gets out every day. He'll probably be detecting for another 84 years.
Hope so.
So, but happy birthday, Terry. Awesome dude.
Wow.
So, yeah, General Service, Cuff Button, War of 1812. I thought that was an amazing find there. And that really kind of got everybody kind of kickstarted. And that's when the copper started flowing, Doug. Right after this,
Yep.
Rich yelled out copper first. And, I'm sorry,
Matt,
there's
I think.
Charlie with the bokeh posing of the button. You know, I love those blurry background shots, Doug.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for a blurry Charlie.
We know.
Yep. And then the next one, there's Rich. I think he was trying out for the Rockettes.
I was dancing.
You cracked yourself up.
I do. Listen, I live life to amuse myself, Lynn.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what Lynn was. Oh, Bethesda Ministries DBA Chaplains for Change, the super sticker. Thank you. I saw that Bethesda Ministries was sick and is now feeling better. So I'm glad you're back on the good side there. Thank you very much. Yeah, so that was Rich's weird pose. I don't know why, but he kick-started the coppers, Doug, although most of them were pretty chewed up at first. And I'll go through. I just got a couple of stills. There's the first one that Rich found that I'm not even sure if that was 100% a coin. It could have been a counterfeit. That one was pretty chewed up. But then there was another. I don't remember who found all these because they were starting to get nasty. Another. I think there was like 4 or 5. Another, until we finally got, I think this is the last chewed up one. And then Matt finally got us on the side where we could actually see something. I think that's a really cool pose too, doesn't it? Looks like Matt's like Michael Jackson with his head down, getting ready to moonwalk.
And he's got the glove.
Yeah, he's got the one glove on. He's going to moonwalk across the field.
Moonwalking through the corn.
Yeah, if anybody can moonwalk this weekend, I'll give them $10 if I can video them moonwalking across the field. But Matt had the first really good one, and here's what we pulled out. That was like a one wiper there from Matt, and Doug, it looked really strange because that nose is so big. Let me blow it up full screen, Doug. And Doug, do you remember what this is?
Oh, that's not Hibernia.
William
Oh.
with the
All right.
ponytail.
All right, that is a guess, although incredibly wrong because he doesn't even.
Nope.
Yeah, William.
Lynn, I'll give Lynn a guess. Lynn, what do you think that
Oh.
might be?
Crap. I don't know. It looks like it's facing right, but it's not a KG2. I don't think.
KG2 faced the other way.
Oh, that's right. That faces left. Wasn't that Hibernia?
Oh, good guess. All right, Matt, do you remember what it is, Matt? Whoops. what am I doing?
It's Irish. It's the name's missing me right now. It's the
Woods Hibernia.
Hibernian.
It's the Hibernia. It's the that one. Yep, there it is. I have it here. I'm sorry, I couldn't
Well, it
think
is
of
a
the
Hibernian. Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
this is why I
That's it.
narrate the show every
And it
week.
is a KG.
Exactly.
This
Yeah,
is why
it's the Hibernia, the Irish Hibernia.
These guys are really good at finding stuff, but someone needs to narrate, and that's right. That's right. But no, and look at that. That's incredible.
Yeah.
300 years old, got good detail, and the flip over. I think I got a shot of the flip over. You can see the harp in the center, and you can see the Hibernias have the date separated on both sides of the bottom of the harp. You can see the 1-7 in there pretty good. That was a great find, and that got everybody. That kind of got everybody motivated. Not that we weren't. We already found 6-7 slick coppers, but it's nice to find one with some meat on the bones.
I was happy.
Let me see what we got after this one. I think I got the next copper, which was also a good one. There was my next one. 5 Mile Relic Hunter said, "Thank goodness for Jason. Thank you." Thank you very much. Doug, I try to take whatever compliments I can get when they come in.
Absolutely.
Few and far between. But mine right there, beautiful. 1800 on the nose. Draped Bust, large cent. And the back was fantastic. You can see right there, 1 cent. As beautiful as they come, Doug. Doug, on a scale of 1 to 10, how jealous are you of my Draped Bust large cent?
1.
I'm just trying to get other people to talk because I feel like I'm doing 97.5% of the talk.
Well, you've already said that you are a better narrator than the rest of us combined. So
I know, but sometimes I
do what you do best.
I try to throw you like a softball, and then like you don't even swing at it. You know what I mean?
It was in the dirt.
Okay. So, there's unlimited strikes on the show, Doug. You can swing at the balls, you can swing at the strikes.
Okay.
All right, so that was the nice one from me. And then we had the idea because we had all parked right in the middle of the field, and if everyone remembers,
right where the house was.
Yeah,
You're on top of it.
If anybody remembers Rich from years ago when Charlie moved his truck and Rich found the 2 coppers under his truck. Now we always move the vehicles.
Yep.
So we all moved the vehicles about 30 feet up because we were parked in the hot spot. And I believe right under there, we found like 3 more things. And
including Charlie.
Kicking it off was Charlie, literally right under where I think you were parked under that one, Doug. And Patty 4091 even gave some things. Oh, man, I was hoping you guys were going to look under the trucks. We do now. Lesson learned. And under this one, Charlie had this thing. I picked it up. Again, I think he originally thought it was a copper. When I picked it up, I felt the shank on the back. Oh, I got a really good action shot here, Doug, the next one. Let me full screen this so you can really appreciate it. Can you see the dirt like just flying off my fingertip there, Doug?
Oh, yeah. Great work.
Why am I not seeing it?
I'm like the Jack Cousteau of dirt.
Jack Cousteau.
Oh, you know him as Jack. Huh?
What his name's not Jack?
No, it's Jacques.
Yeah. Well, it's only Jacques if you're from there. I mean,
but I know he told you all his friends call him Jack. Yeah.
Yeah, Jack. Yeah, Jack. I mean, that's the English. That's the English translation. But I love the shot of the dirt coming off, and then I made a joke to Charlie. You know, when I told him there was a shank, and he said, "Is it bent over?" And I said, "No, it's standing tall. You haven't seen a shank this big since you were in your 20s." And so I got a good chuckle. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Pat. Pat, you're invited to come every week because no one else laughs at my jokes.
Hey, Pat, what's your last name? Laugh Track?
Pat, that just earned you an invitation.
There you go.
You are welcome anywhere we go. But no, there's Charlie laughing at the joke. Lynn, does Pat not want to be on camera?
No,
I guess
not tonight.
I guess not. We got done
Yeah, we've been
setting up. We
dirt.
drove for 5 hours and then set up for 5 hours, so we don't look so hot.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just saying I love Pat now, so he's welcome. But no, that was Charlie's. Where am I? I lost track of the show. Oh, Charlie's
button.
yeah, Charlie's button. Look at that tombac button, Doug.
Nice.
Wow.
I see Chris Wicked Digger in the chat, who he's the only guy that I've ever seen find a nicer looking tombac than this. Remember, he had the one that was like a cheetah, like in full stride or something. Chris, I forget exactly what animal it was. But this one has got to be top 5 all time for tombac buttons there for Mr. Charlie Herjol Connor, who's not here today, so we have to do it for him. And then, of course, I did get the blurry background because Charlie always looks best when he's a little blurry.
Yes.
There's Chris. He said it was his buddy Tyler's sheep button. Oh, it was a sheep. It wasn't a cheetah, which makes more sense.
Close.
Well, it was an animal.
Yeah.
It was a 4-legged animal.
Predator and prey.
It was very, very cool.
Cheetah.
And then I called the button fabulous. And I don't know if I put the comments in here or not, but a few people said that like only me and Jaja Kabor can use the word fabulous and get away with it. Look, do you use fabulous, Rich, Matt, any of the guys use fabulous in your everyday vernacular?
No.
No? I use fabulous.
I don't think so, no.
Right, well,
I don't even know a lot of females that use that word.
In the 20s, they did. In the 20s.
Yeah. Somebody busted my chops because I didn't want to get into the ring thing, but on the news segment that I aired, in the news segment, I used the word flabbergasted. And I had somebody message me and say, what are you, 125 years old? Is that not a word people use anymore, Doug? Flabbergasted?
I have used that word.
Yeah. I don't think that's weird.
No.
All right, but not fabulous. You can't.
Fabulous is a great word.
Yeah.
I think the fabulous is fabulous.
It is.
What are you working on the F's this month? Flabbergasted, fabulous.
What I try to do, Doug, is I try to look up synonyms because I hate like if every find we just say, oh, awesome, amazing. Like
Right.
I'm trying to use different words. So I'm trying to have other synonyms preloaded. That way, like I can jump to them instead of just saying everything's awesome, like we're 11 years old.
Do you carry a thesaurus around with you?
No, it's all up here, Doug. It's all up here.
Wow. It's all up there.
So, Amanda.
Mine's all down here.
Amanda. Oh, Doug, it's a family show. Amanda Collins, flabbergasted it is. Thank you, Amanda. Astounding, Sue Ramsey. That's a good one. If anybody has any good adjective or synonyms, please put them in there. Maybe we'll use them. Crazy Diggins says groovy. I thought about groovy, but in my mind, groovy is very dated to just
very 70s, 60s, and 70s.
Yeah. And I'm trying to stand the decades.
Feeling groovy.
Champ says in Mexico, I say La Fabulosa. That is cool. I just don't know if I could say Fabulosa. I don't know how it would go over. Gobsmacked. That's a good one. That sounds like an old Batman. Remember like Batman? Like
Gobsmacked. That sounds like a group.
That's Godsmack. Remember the old Batman
Godsmack.
dog where like Batman would smack in on the screen would go like pow, smash, smoosh. You know, like that was awesome. Matt, I don't know if Matt might be a little too young.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
Yeah.
It was a great show.
Andrew T. Andrew's Adventures says stupendous. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I saved stupendous for the really stupendous finds. You know.
Phenomenal.
We've used phenomenal. We've used phenomenal. Thank you, Metal. Metal. What was that? Hold on. Metal Brechterist. I don't want to mess the name up. Hold on.
Jersey Ray says splendiferous.
Metal Bretectorist. Sorry, I want to make sure I got it right. What did Rachel say?
Splendiferous.
Splendiferous. Doug, are you going to remember these?
Oh yeah.
Fantastical.
Hi Ho Silver says tripendicular. Is that a word?
Spiffy.
I don't know. Audrey Grillinghouse says fantastical. That sounds like very Peter Pan.
We can bring Brad back.
Rad is
Rad, when we were younger, Jay, you got to remember rad. That was the word.
That was, yeah.
Scott Cash is in here, but big words are out of Scott's league, he said.
That's the bomb.
We'll try to keep them 3-letter words. But anyway, you can keep them coming, and maybe we'll borrow some. Doug, we're going to write them down, and if we use any of them, you have to credit the person who wrote it in there. And,
I'm sure we'll do that.
Yeah, I want to make sure. I want to go. The Workman's Adventures said, he said, hey, Buckle Boy. I guess Buckle Boy. Oh, there's Buckle Boy. What's up, Buckle Boy? Buckle Boy, when's this book coming out? Come on, man. I'm so excited. Buckle Boy working on like an all-encompassing relic book.
Oh, nice.
I'm really excited when that comes out. We need more metal detecting reference books, Doug.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll put in there when that's coming out. I'm hoping this summer, but I'm sure it takes a lot of time.
I'll be right back. I got to get my charger. I'll be right back.
Just said the fall, Jay.
Carry on.
All right, thank you. We will carry on. Well, actually, I got to wait for Doug because the next fine is Doug's, and I want him to be here for that one. There's the name of Buckle Boy's. I forgot I can do this, Rich. Hold on. I keep forgetting I could do this. Buckle Boy's book will be called Relics, A Guide to Identification, 1700 to 1945.
Nice.
So, man, that book could potentially be 100,000 pages long. I wonder where he's going to cut it off because eventually you kind of got to stop just to get the book out. But, I mean, what we consider a relic is pretty much anything made at that time. So it's a never-ending list.
Did you see he said it's going to come out in the fall, Jay?
I'm excited. Well, listen, hey, Buckle Boy, if you need any photos for anything in particular, let me know. I would love to contribute if possible. I take 4K photos of everything we find if you need anything. Look at this, Doug. 425 pages, 1,800 photos in Buckle Boy's book, which I'm excited to see when that thing comes out.
Wow. We could have him as a guest on here.
I will. When the book comes out, I will. I don't know if Buckle Boy's ever shown his face, so he might have to. Remember the Unknown comic from the God
sure.
From the bag over his head?
Yeah.
We might have to put a bag over your head. Not in a bad way. I think he likes some anonymity.
You keep threatening to do that to me.
So. Every week I try, Doug. I try to put a bag over your head. I'm trying to put a plastic bag over your head.
Yeah. Can't find one in Jersey.
No, I'm good.
That's true.
That's mean, Doug. That's mean.
Back to the show. There was one more find out here, Doug.
What's that?
It was yours, so I was saving it.
Oh, okay.
Before we moved up to the house. So I will play this one. Rich was cleaning it here. I just love the puzzled look on Doug's face, perplexed. Not that Doug's dumb, but Doug never brings his reading glasses. I don't know why. In like 7 years now, guys.
Because I lose them.
Yeah, but you can't see anything.
Well, then you don't ask me to do anything, so I can just let somebody else do all the work.
All right. Well, Rich is cleaning it off, and he got a really good one here.
Yep.
That's what Doug got. Now, in the moment, we were a little confused, and this is, you're seeing. I'll make it full screen so people can see it a little bit better. So this is what we had, and I wasn't really sure. I think I actually. Well, I'll bring the next screen up.
Did I find that?
I said I think it's either a Draped Bust or a William III because I could see that tuft of hair in the back of the head. You see the tuft of hair?
Yes. Yeah, I think it's a William.
Well, but then I realized that I just wasn't rotating the coin enough.
Oh.
Like I rotated it, but if you can imagine the next one, I rotated it a little bit more. And then you can, well, not in this image I didn't, but that's the same coin on the left that I rotated more.
Okay.
So you can see once I did rotate it more, it is clearly a William III, Doug. So you had the oldest coin, the oldest recognizable coin out of the 8 or 9 that we found down in the farm field.
Hey, could you go back one picture?
Sure can.
Yeah. I didn't realize that they called King William III Slick King William.
Yeah, he was the Slick King. He was the Slick King.
Was there a particular reason why?
like James Brown. You know, like it was just a respect thing. Yeah. Can you see like how he you see the top of his hair, Doug, up here?
Yeah,
he slicked it up like a chicken.
He was the original pompadour.
Yeah, like he was Buster Poindexter.
Ed Grimley.
So yeah, Slick Will the Third.
Yeah, he's hot.
Yeah, he is. He's good. So congratulations to Doug, who really killed it out there.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to remove this for a second because I'm going to load up the next one real fast.
Okay.
Now, after we were probably down in this field for, I don't know, what would you say, guys? Like maybe 4 or 5 hours or so?
Half the day. Yeah.
It's 4 hours, about.
Yeah.
And then we came up to the house, which was what we thought was an initial plan for the whole day. And as good as that farm field was, the house was one of my favorite houses we've done in probably over a year, Doug, with an incredible selection of things from everybody.
Yeah.
Except for Lynn, who wasn't there. Let me bring this up.
Lynn made up for it since then.
Oh yeah, we're gonna.
And I won't say anything else.
I'm not necessarily trying to keep it a secret. I just I want to prepare that for when the rest of the story finishes. But yeah, Lynn may have found another top 3 find of the year. I think Lynn right now, Doug, has 2 of the top 3 spots for best of.
Really?
On the year. And the other possible one, Doug found, but that video hasn't come out yet. We've been off to a good start.
It's been a good year so far.
It is a good year.
Yeah.
It's been a good year.
Yeah.
With a lot of potential.
So we jumped off. What time is it? All right, it's 8 o'clock. I was trying not to go past 8:30 today, so we'll see. And I wanted to play with the chat for a little bit too. So I'm gonna do it a little slower than normal so I can look for comments and put things up like this one from Kenny Wiltrout said, saw the post, can't wait. Shh. Thanks, Kenny. Don't tell anybody. No, I'm only kidding. But I'm going to try to get some. Oh, look, there's Team Lynch is here. Sorry to hear that, Rachel. That might have not been the best one to put up there, but Team Lynch is here. Oh, wait, there's a better one from Team Lynch. Hello, Buckle Boy. I got to remember to incorporate the live comments into the thing more, Doug.
Yes, they're very important.
All right. So anyway, we started off in the house, and Rich called me over first. Rich always gets the first thing. Someone even commented, Rich gets the first thing every single time.
Well,
I started detecting while you guys are still standing around.
I was just going to say that Rich is out the door. He's got half his gear on before he gets out of the car. And then he goes right to work. And you're talking and chatting and, So Rich has got 6 holes before we even turn the machine on.
What I'm going to do, Doug, is when we all get out and we all start talking to the property owners, and we talk for half an hour, and Rich just says like two words. Well, while Rich is saying his 2 words, I'm going to tie his boots to the bumper, and that'll delay him enough so that he doesn't get the first.
Well, that'll get the cars moved also.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would just drag the car around.
Yes, exactly.
But anyway, Buckle Boy, you're going to like some of these, Buckle Boy. I guarantee you don't have some of these in your book. But the first find from Rich was this shoe buckle, iron shoe buckle, which we don't find a lot of iron shoe buckles. And you can see why, because look at the condition of it. It's like literally decaying and falling apart. But it was a massive shoe buckle.
That guy must have had a size 24 foot.
It was big. It was really big. Now, if you can look, Doug, inside the shoe buckle frame, you can see that Rich's right hand is on the ground. And that's because Rich had 2 finds at the same time.
Yeah.
And he's hiding the other one from me because the second one
is much better than this.
It might not be our oldest find of the year, but I thought it was fabulous. So Rich's second find was this race car. Yeah. Now, when I saw this, Doug, when I say my jaw almost hit the ground, now I geek out for kids' toys.
Yes.
And this thing was fabulous. The next picture, it's a little cleaned up better. There it is, cleaned up.
Yeah.
That square hole was like a wind up where you would put a key in. I guess the wheels were spring loaded and would zip across the ground.
That's cool.
Which for a toy made in the 40s,
That's
was
advanced technology.
That was like space age stuff, you know. I got some shots from every angle, so I'll put these full screen real quick because this was incredible.
I wish I had that car on my shelf.
I know, but you got the better find later. We got to share something.
Yeah, I had to add that one to the collection, but I wish I could have.
But there's the side, and there was a good observation that was from somebody. I'll tell you, Rich. I don't know if you noticed it, but so as I rotate it, I got some comments. There's the bottom. You can see it says Schuco, which was the company, SCHUCO Micro Racer. And if you can see, it says made in Western Germany. Which, how many things do you find that even say made in Western Germany?
Wow.
That's because it was split in half. The Russians got East Germany and Europe got West Germany. So
no, I know that, but I mean, I how many things were made in Western Germany during that period? You know,
well, Germany has always been an industrial country, and they, good for them. They got back to work and rebuilt their economy after the war. So
let me see. I got some more, Doug, because this was incredible.
The homeowner wanted it.
There's one from the top down. It wasn't all the way cleaned out, but you get the point.
Yeah.
Now, do you see that thing, Doug, on the left-hand side?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the winder.
Yeah, I didn't realize that, Rich. Did you realize that?
I didn't when we were filming it. But
that's the key?
Right after that, I said that to somebody. I said, I wonder if that's the key. But I couldn't get it off, though. It was
that's the key, Matt, and I didn't realize it at the time. I would have tried to see if it how it came off of the car.
Yeah.
I
makes
did
it
try.
way cooler.
It didn't come off.
There was a comment from Cars 10 Reader that says the Schuco is a Silver Arrow Mercedes. I think he was right when I looked it up.
Oh, that's cool.
And Buckle Boy, I'll put his comment up here if I can get it. He said, awesome design to keep the key with the car. He's right. I mean, not only a wind up from the 40s,
that's
not only an incredible design, but they even designed it so that the key actually like has a spot in the car so the kids don't lose it.
And it looks like the exhaust pipe.
Genius.
I thought it was like an exhaust pipe or something, or maybe like a brake, a hand brake. I didn't even know what it was.
Teeth on it, Jay. If you look close, you can see the teeth on it right there.
Yeah, we missed the time.
Look in the comments. Digging up the Carolinas has an explanation for that.
Oh, let me scroll up. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, here it is.
Oh, look at that.
All right, so it says quarter hoarder Jason. That's the race car that came with the long plastic stick. It was flimsy and had gear grooves in it that you'd put in the one side, pull it hard through the other. No, it wasn't one of those.
That's not that. I know what he's talking about.
I know what you're talking about. Those zip cars. I had those as a kid.
Yeah, they made that sound like.
Yeah, this one. If I rewind, let me rewind it real quick. Well, I got it forward. There's not a hole on both sides.
No.
I'll play this through so you can see. Hold on. Let me get rid of this. Hold on a second. What am I doing here? Let me get rid of this. All right. So here's the other side. Right there. You can see there's no hole on that side.
Right.
So I think it just went in and you would turn it like a clock key.
Yeah.
There's a comment from The Bulk. 1023, the wind-up car is super cool. I agree. But I had no idea in the field that was the winding key, Rich. And you said you knew that and you didn't tell any of us?
I didn't know it when we were filming, but I said it to, I don't know, was it you, Matt, when I was showing it to you?
We were talking, but I told you I thought it was the exhaust.
Yeah, right.
There's a comment from Keith, Doug. It's fabulous.
Yes. And another, it's dope.
Thanks, Keith. Keith, you're also invited. Thank you.
It was a fun car to drive, too.
Well, that's one of the things is that whenever we find a convertible, we take it for a drive. But rather than put it right after the clip, I hid it at the very end of the video, like after the little outro music I play, kind of like a movie, like when you go to the movies, at the end. So a lot of people didn't see it, and they were commenting, "Oh, Rich didn't drive the car," and
I didn't see it either.
Even Doug messaged me, "Jay, you didn't put Rich driving the car," and I was like, someone didn't watch till the end.
Yeah, you're not watching the whole video, Doug.
Yeah, sorry, guilty.
Even when you're in the video, you don't watch the whole thing. So yeah, let me go over some of the comments from people here too, Rich, on that car. Wowzers from Digging Up the Carolinas, thank you.
Wowzer.
Marvelous.
Remarkable. All these work. These will work in the videos. We've got Astounding, which is good. We've got there was another one.
Wow.
It's Fly. Remember It's Fly? I remember that one. Trippendicular. I don't even know what that means, but I'm putting it up there. Monumental. There's a lot of good ones, which we will use later. But anyway, fabulous thing. And I believe I have a picture of Blurry Rich with the car because just like Charlie, Rich looks best a little blurry. I thought that was amazing. We did give it to the property owner. His grandson kind of grabbed it, but the property owner did say to his grandson, "Hey, you don't play with this. It goes on your shelf." So amazing toy there, Rich.
Yeah.
One of my favorites of the day. And I even put it as the thumbnail over some of these amazing other things that we found. So
It
super
was,
cool. Rich, any comments on your greatest toy car ever?
Like I said, I loved it. I'm happy that the little boy gets to put it on his shelf. I do wish it was on my shelf, though.
Okay, that's fair. Hey, at least you're honest. Can't blame a guy for being honest. All right, let me see what we got here. All right, so right after Rich's car, this place was nonstop. The next one, I believe, was from, let's see, from our very own Matt. I couldn't get a shot of you, Matt, like looking up. You got to practice looking up at me more.
Yeah, really.
All your pictures, you're like kind of looking down. So I had to.
He's shy.
Yeah, right.
We're working on it. Doug, you got to start tickling him. That way he laughs more.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to pull ratings, you know what I mean?
Matt and I are used to looking into the water for the fish we're pulling up, and he's got to get over that a little bit. Start looking at the camera.
Be careful what you wish for.
That's right. From Clem Fandango, Lilliput Micro Racer Mercedes, red with key. I don't know if he had a link to like an eBay something or other or not, but super cool. I can't wait till we find another one, Rich. 30, 40 years, we might get it.
We might.
But anyway, Matt's find another great one.
Yeah.
So we pulled it out, and of course, and everything starts off the same, Doug. Just a dirty disc.
Dirty disc.
And what's great about everybody in the group is, when you get a dirty circle, rather than clean it off, we try to wait and clean it off for the first time ever on the camera so that we all get our natural reaction. We try to figure it out when the viewer figures it out, which is the best scenario. And that's hard to do sometimes. Over the years, we've had people go with us and, they found it. They want to know what it is. They clean it all off before I get there. Mm-hmm. And I get it, but then that takes away from the viewers. But so I appreciate Matt, letting us film it while he saw it for the first time.
Yeah, man.
And he got a good one. Yeah, Dirty Circle, Alan Cleveland. That's what he got. Oh, Barbara Dirt Pirate is in the chat. Thank you, Barbara. Well as Indiana Unearthed. Thank you, guys. But anyway, what Matt's thing turned out to be is, well, there it is as we started to clean it. There's Matt's finger. I wanted to give Matt's finger a cameo. But it came out even better than this. So there it is right there.
Yes, this is really
I'll bring it up full screen. Lynn, do you know what it is, Lynn, since you were the only one that wasn't there that day?
Well, I do, because I saw the video.
Okay, Doug, do you remember what it is, Doug?
Yes.
All right. Matt, tell them what it is. You found it. I'm going to give you the floor.
It's a hard times token from Chatham, New York. It was 1837, if I remember correctly. Correct?
1837. Yeah. I mean, beautiful. There's a comment from another Matt that said Chatham Square is only 2 or 3 blocks from the Brooklyn Bridge, which I didn't know that.
No, me neither.
But incredible graphics on there. These hard times tokens are like iconic. They were only made during like a small window of time. I think like the 1830s, early 1840s, the country was going through like an economic turmoil. So stores and merchants were making little tokens to kind of, put extra currency out there. And there was a lot of weird ones. In the video, I put a lot of other examples up. I don't have them for today.
Yeah.
But it was a really tumultuous time. There's a big word, Doug. And we don't find very many hard times tokens. And when we do, they're often in terrible shape. This is one of the cleaner ones I've ever seen come out of the ground.
They're really cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was a large cent. I mean, it came when we started cleaning it up. It looked very similar to it. So
It very much looks like one.
Yeah.
Some of the other ones are less, perfect like that. But yeah.
Yeah, the back on this one was not real good. In the video, I had an example of a non-dug one. Matt's did not come out great. I don't even think I put a picture in here because it was kind of, but it had a big knee-high leather boot on there.
Mm-hmm.
This was only made 1 year. I think it was 1837, like Matt said. So a 200-year-old token that, for a merchant token, I thought it was really amazing find.
Yeah, I was happy to get it.
And I think I have another picture right there with the property owner and Matt just inside my open hand, as well as a nice shot, a money shot of the hard times token. Doug, what do you think of that photo? Blurry
That's
Matt.
great. That's professional.
I said it's hard to get a good shot of Matt. He's not always looking at me, so I got to take what I can get.
Yeah.
That's probably a better shot, blurry.
Yeah.
So I'm just
In the video, I had a good one of him and Charlie too, a slightly more posed, but really, really cool. So another good one there. Let me bring up my list so I can see what's coming up next. So awesome find there from Matt. Next one we got was Rich found the next one. Now in the video, I played them out of order, and I had some people commenting on it, which I'll get to in a little bit. I only put this picture in because doesn't Rich look like a homeless guy at the bus stop? Like he's waiting for the train to come.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, so I just thought that was a good shot of Rich, from like the 1800s, just waiting for the train.
With a metal
No, Rich had another good find here.
Where's your shopping cart, Rich?
Somebody stole it. Another homeless person
Another
stole
homeless
it.
guy.
Now back then you had that stick over your shoulder that had like the Aunt
hobo
bag
bag.
tied to the end of it.
the hobo
Oh, yeah.
bag.
Yeah,
The hobo bag.
hobo bag, whatever you call them. All right. So anyway, Rich had a good one here. Again, like everything, starts off with a dirty circle, and we thought he had another copper for sure. And as he started wiping it, Doug, I'll do another full screen because so you guys can see what's going on. Rich noticed those weird markings on it. And there's a comment from My View 1875. Well, he gives away what it was. But we realized right away that it must be some sort of a picker's token.
Right.
Rich, explain to everybody what a picker's token is in case they're not familiar with it.
Well, you'd be given that, I guess, at the start of the day, and at the end of the day, you'd hand it in so you could get paid for the work you did.
That's 100% right. So usually when we find these pickers tokens, what they are most of the time was they were a large copper coin that they smoothed out and then repurposed. So we were looking really hard for any underlying coin identification, but we weren't able to see it. But we were able to get that etched 55 in there. And what I thought was super cool, let me read My View's comment real fast, and I'll bring this back over here. My View's comment was the picker's token with the fives on it is 100% stamped into a British Georgian era halfpenny. In England, worn flat legal tender. They would put advertisement and things like that. Yeah, he's 100% right. And we looked for it in the field. We just couldn't see it. They did a good job smoothing that one out.
Yeah.
But then something that I didn't notice, Rich, in the video, which 2 or 3 people commented on, which I thought was really cool. And I'll do another full screen, is I'll start it here. I'll full screen this.
You sure that isn't a speed limit token?
Mercy laugh. Mercy laugh.
Come on, Pat, laugh.
There she
Doug,
is.
Doug, even Pat's not laughing, Doug. Even Pat is not laughing.
Okay.
There's a comment here from Mark Taylor. It says, the dirt on the back made me think there was a witch riding a broom when I enlarged it. And I saw like 3 or 4 comments that said the same thing. So I was like, what are these people
Not
talking
seeing it.
about? So when I went back and watched the video frame by frame, I caught it. So here's what they're talking about, Doug. I got 2 shots.
yeah.
Yeah.
You see what looks like a witch?
The
Yeah.
nose
That
and the
does.
hat.
Yeah, it
Yep.
does.
The next one's even better. I could see it better. I tilt it slightly more.
Yeah.
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 That's the Wicked Witch of the East with the
No. That's Foghorn Leghorn.
Oh,
Where do you see Foghorn Leghorn?
That was a
what?
No.
I'm going to go with the Wicked Witch of the East.
Let's take a
Yeah.
poll in the chat. How many people see a witch and how many see Foghorn Leghorn?
that was a chicken.
I know.
Let's see if anyone sees Foghorn. I don't see Foghorn, but I definitely see that witch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's well, the first one is from Rich. That doesn't count. Rich, you're in the show. Barber sees a witch. Gordon sees an
Witch.
itch.
Serge Ferguson sees a witch.
Which?
Which?
Which
Sue
witch?
Ramsey sees a witch. Digging Times Past totally sees a witch. Putting those adjectives.
Wait a minute. It's Foghorn Leghorn dressed like a witch.
Oh, maybe
Oh,
that.
no.
Maybe that. Audrey
Doesn't
Girlingow sees the witch. Chris Wicked Digger sees that witch. Steven Stark. Oh, look, Doug. Car Parlor Detailing sees Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
That's a mercy. Yeah.
That was mercy, Doug. Come on.
Yeah.
That's mercy.
The check's in the mail.
Doug, you got to
Rich
invite
is
Car Parlor
flip-flopping. You
Detailing.
can't do
now.
that, Rich.
You got to send a Car Parlor an invitation. This one right here. Proven Ground Exploration saw the witch while watching the video. I don't know how I missed it, but I definitely, when I went back, sometimes, Doug, the viewers really point out some things that all
Just
of us
skip
miss.
right by
Now, this
you.
is
Yeah.
a weird one, but like, the key for the car or this goofy little, the way the dirt was on there. Always appreciative when the audience contributes to the show. So shout out to everybody that did happen to notice that. Buckle Boy said the witch visited him after the video, Doc.
Good.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
But super there. Let me say, so that was Matt's, Rich's picker's token. And again, this is what we were looking at. And even with the side light, we weren't able to see any of the underlying coin, as I recall. Is that correct, Rich?
It is correct. I suppose I should have cleaned the back better, but I didn't want to rub the witch off.
But then you did, and you would have rubbed the witch off. Oh, look, the history hunter, Dean Withrow, our good friend Doug, sees the Wicked Witch of the West. Oh, I said East. I meant Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. And Wendy Olson is in there. Wendy, who did you pick? Did you say witch or Foghorn Leghorn? You don't even have to answer that, Wendy. We all know who you picked. It's a rhetorical question. All right, so let me say, after this one was, okay, let's see what we got here. The next one was from Matt, who called over. Got a picture of there, Matt looking at the camera, Doug.
There you go. I was going to say that the very next one.
That's what I said. I had to go through carefully to get a couple of them.
I know what he had there.
Yeah. So Matt called over for that, and this has fooled us many times over the years, Doug, when they were dirty.
Yeah.
Rachel has to leave. Thank you, Rachel, for coming in. She has to feed an old horse. A real old horse, Rachel, or is that like a Is that like a slang for something else? But yeah, he said he's got a bell, and it turns out that when we cleaned it, well, this is what he had, and you can see it had writing on it. I love the patina on this. What color is that?
It was like a greenish.
Isn't that verdigris?
Yeah, like that really nice copper green that you get.
Yeah, I can because I'm colorblind. I often can't see, when you say the green, but I can. Whatever that patina is, I can see it. It looks yummy.
It is nice. It looks fabulous.
Oh God.
And it says
Not like
India. There's numbers on it. But whoops. There's the final one. We kind of cleaned it up and we bring us back in here. But we were going with a candle snuffer, which does kind of look like a bell, but you can see the top piece there that's jagged. It looks like that would have had the handle to snuff the candles out.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to go with. Lynn, you weren't there. What do you think?
That doesn't sit right with me.
No.
Unless it's it's definitely not modern, but the candle snuffers that we're familiar with, like from the 1700s, are nothing like that.
No.
And
I don't think this was from the 1700s with that
No.
writing on it. I would have thought maybe late 1800s. I mean,
Well,
Buckle Boys
Didn't it have
here.
a patent date on it?
It didn't have a patent date. It had
16.
it had a 16.
size
If I
number
go
or something.
back a little bit, the earlier picture, you could see it's got a 20 and a 60. It says India on it, hand carved into it.
that's early 1900s.
When we Googled it, there was a company named the India something or other that did make candle snuffers. Now, they probably made all sorts of things, but that's what we decided to go with. I really don't know. I just I didn't think it was a bell.
I'll be right back.
Go ahead. Lynn, what would your guess be if you were there?
It's flat too, Lynn. It's flat,
It's
in that
flat.
picture.
All right, hold on. Let's see. Buckle Boy said
Yeah.
India. Try searching Sarna bell.
Sarna bell?
I still think it's a bell, but you can't see inside of it to see if there was a clapper in there, right?
No, it was smushed
I didn't
shut.
see anything.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it was like smush. So
India was famous for brass bells.
I think it's more or less some type of.
I'll have to look it up. I can't look it up at the moment, Buckle Boy, a Sarna bell, but I will look it up when there's a lull in the show later.
Yeah.
He's good, so that there might be something to it. It just
I
had
think
a
Sarna
strange
bell?
look to it.
bell more.
Yeah,
than
I think still it's a bell, and it's
Do
India.
you think bell?
Yeah, but in India it would probably be, if it's marked India, it would probably be after 1891 is when they put the country of origin on.
Someone else is saying Sarna bell. So now let me
I
look
looked it up.
I'm going to
It
open
looks
a
like
new.
I looked up Sarna bell, and it looks like it has a handle on it, which maybe would have attached to that. Like
okay.
grabber.
Okay.
When you look it up, you'll see what I mean. It does. He's right. I think it looks just like that kind of bell, but with an attachment on it. So.
Yeah.
All
I never
well,
heard of
there we
that.
go. Hey, listen, that's why that guy has a relic ID book and we don't.
I can't wait to get his book now.
That's why he's got a book, and we just find things. We don't always know what they are.
Good stuff.
Well, maybe it is
Thanks,
a bell
Buck.
then, Matt. I don't know. Pretty cool.
I think it might be. When I seen that picture, it looks sort of familiar, or similar. I mean.
Yeah, but I thought it was great. I love the hand etching of the name that was in there and the numbers. That patina just looks old to me. Even 100 years is old to me, Lynn. So I thought it was a really cool
It is.
piece.
It's 100 years old.
Yeah. So that was a good find there from Rachel. I'm sorry, not Rachel.
Yeah.
Alicia's here. Hot Mess Fishing. How are you, Alicia? Moderator. Thank you for coming. All right, so where are we at? Let me get past here. So that was Matt's. Now back to Bell again.
Yeah, I just looked that up, Sarna Bell of India, and there's some very interesting looking bells there. So if anybody wants to Google that, some very unique looking bells.
No, I'll bring some pictures up later in the show, because if everyone Googles it, Doug, they'll have to leave our show.
Well, yeah.
But no, we'll look them up. I looked it up when you were talking, and I do see you're talking about some of them had rings on the top. They
A ring, yeah.
all sorts of things. So there you go. Learn something every day.
Yep.
There's one from here. Wilton 925 said, small India 20-16 solid brass bell. So maybe you're right, Matt. Maybe it is a bell. Wendy Olson Googled it and said definitely a bell.
Yep.
So, well, I stand corrected, Matt.
So now we found in this yard something from Germany, West Germany, something from India, and of course a lot of coins from England and a few others.
Well, does this? And I'm asking. I don't know. It says India on it. Does that mean it was made in the country of India, or is India just like the name of something else?
Well, Sarna is a town in India. So
is it? Okay, so you're insinuating it was actually made in India back then.
I'm guessing that's what it is.
Probably for trade. It was probably marked for trade with the weight.
Bring you over here.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the one I was talking about. Yeah.
Oh, is that the same one? Does it say?
It says.
Yeah. For some reason, if I put it like that, it whites out. But
Yeah. Oh, I
There
see.
you go.
Hold it.
Oh, there it is.
Does that say 16 on it too?
Yeah, it says 20-16. That's it, Rich?
Good find, Rich.
It must be. Yeah.
Yeah, nice
Oh,
find,
look at
Rich.
that. And that's a Sarna bell?
It just
Do we
says
know what-
small India 2016 solid brass bell.
Okay.
Do we know what they're used for? Just I think a standard bell, or is it on a horse? Or
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to look this up.
Listen, if that's not an advertisement to buy Buckle Boy's relic identification book, I don't know what it is.
Hey, thanks, Buckle Boy. Appreciate it.
Yeah. What are our residual for this?
That's great. Yeah, I mean, we did.
Does he need a picture for his book? He can use that one.
Well, maybe it was in a little bit better shape.
Yeah.
You can use the one that Rich looked up online. That's a better one.
Yeah.
Much better, yeah.
So, all right. So anyway, let's move on. The next one, there's a shot of the front of the house, which, like most of the old stone houses, this was made in sections. The center section was the original one, which I think he said was 1780, 1770. Then the right side was added like 1830s, I think he said.
Yeah.
And then the left side, much newer, maybe late 18, early 1900s. A lot of the stone houses we do are made in sections, and a lot of them, each section has their own unique date stone on it. We didn't look at this one because we were finding so much stuff. We didn't have a time to stop and smell the roses, but it was a beautiful house, and just a little shot of it there. And way back off the road, if you drove by, you wouldn't even maybe necessarily see it because it was so far back, which is usually they're the best houses we get on because no one that drives by sees it to go knock on the door. You almost have to know the area to know it's back there. But anyway, the next find was from Mr. Dogtag himself. And when he called me over, I saw that beautiful dirty circle laying on the ground.
Another circle.
And, dirty circles are always exciting. You don't know what they're going to be. So I picked it up, and with a quick rub, like everything else, it's still dirty. It takes a little more effort sometimes. Now, this one I recall was very, very thick, and I think we made a prediction that it would be either a braided hair or a Liberty cap. As I recall in the video. And then once it was all cleaned off, it is indeed a big, thick, meaty Liberty cap large cent. Doug, how many is that for you? Do you even know?
Oh, no. I think I'm one behind you.
I'm over 20. Do you have that many?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Do you really?
I find as many Liberty caps as I find what do you call it? Braided hair or matrons.
The one thing about a Liberty cap, that if you don't live, on the East Coast, as cool as they are and as old as they are, they're so big and they're so thick. You could be swinging and you could miss the coin by a foot, and you're still
going to pick it up.
So big. So I always tell people, there's not a lot of skill in finding large cents because a monkey could find them. They're just so big. It's just the skill is getting on the spot that has large cents in it.
Right.
But
That's
you
why
know,
you and Doug have found so many.
Yeah.
hold on, I'm going to kick Rich out. Hold on. No, but I'm saying that the point is the smaller the thing, I think the more skill, and the bigger the thing, the less skill, because you would have heard this machine on a Harbor Freight 3-button, because it's just so big and thick. Not that there's anything wrong with a Harbor Freight machine, but you know what I'm saying.
No.
So great one, and this was an early Liberty Cap too,
Because
it had writing on the edge.
On the rim. Yep.
Which are the earliest ones, probably made 2 to 3 years after the mint even started making coins. So super early U.S. coin there.
I thought because it rang up a 55 on the Legend, I thought I was going to get a silver out of that, a big silver. And I was a
like
little
a
bit,
$50?
yeah, like a $50, or who knows, maybe even an early like 1795 flowing hair. That would have been nice.
Well, now you're just
That would have been the property to do it, though.
Yeah.
Now one day we've yet to get a flowing hair yet in all the years we've been doing it, but this could be the year, Doug.
Hey.
Anyway, so Doug's amazing Liberty Cap. And then I got a shot of there. I put a comment up. Who's this? Steven Stark, who was in the chat earlier. What an awesome day of detecting. I really like the old coins, especially the Liberty Cap, the Hard Times token, and all the coins. Yeah, I mean, me too. Me too. Heard you love finding them.
Yeah.
Great day.
It was a great day. And the day's still just kind of beginning. It was still pretty early, even though we were in the pasture or the cornfield for half the day already.
Yeah.
Let me see where I'm at in my list.
There's over 200 acres on that farm, and I think we did maybe 5 total.
Yeah, we do go back one more time, which I have another video coming out, another really good day. And then the guy planted. So in the fall, we'll probably go back again, but we found it late in the off season. So we'll have to save it for the fall again. Super nice family too.
Yes.
Oh, they were the best.
All right. So after that was, it was story time, Doug.
Yes.
Now, I told the story in the video, Doug, so I will let you tell the story now. I'll even bring you up full screen, Doug.
All right. That's Rich.
Yeah, Doug,
That's
you tell
me.
the story.
All right. When I actually stopped at that house last fall, and I talked to the fellow just in that last shot, Tim. I talked to his mother, Vicky. That's Tim there. Vicky is not on camera. They showed me the inside of the house. Well, one thing that Tim wanted to show me, because he's a carpenter and he's been doing some renovations in the house, he wanted to show me what he found. He said he had a couple really neat coins. And
well, explain how he found them.
Well, he was tearing out the ceiling and, to redo it. And a bunch of stuff fell from the ceiling. He goes through the trash and is cleaning it up. And there's 2 nice coins. One was a half-cent.
Hold on, wait. Well, don't go too far ahead. Let's show.
Oh, okay. Well, you said you wanted me to tell the story.
I know. Well, now I'm going to bring the pictures in.
Okay.
So to surmise Doug's thing, when Doug knocked, he got a tour inside. The guy was doing work. He was working on the ceiling, and when he pulled some of the sagging ceiling, debris and stuff fell on the ground. And when he was cleaning it up, there was coins in that debris from this super old house.
Well, I think that's what I was saying.
I know. I just tried to say it in 37 shorter paragraphs.
Okay.
So here's the coins that he found. One, I'll make them full screen so you guys can see it. Buckle Boy's going to ID them for us. Well, actually, the guy wrote them on the flips.
Yeah. Yep.
But he found this 1834 classic head half cent.
Now
These
look
were
at the
never in the
condition
dirt.
of that. That was because it was in the house all these years.
Wait, what'd you say, Doug? I didn't hear that.
I said, look at the condition of that coin. It's not dug because it's been in a house all these years.
Yeah, these were found, but not from the ground. That's why
Right,
it's in such good
right.
shape. So we got the 1834 classic head half cent, and then the other coin that he showed us was
My nemesis.
an 1857 Flying Eagle penny, Doug's biggest bucket list coin. And there was a couple. Let me bring this back over here, Doug. There was a couple of really funny comments for that. One of which from Max Sands says,
Max is
Flying
a
Eagles are
friend.
everywhere except under Doug's coil,
Yeah.
which is the truth.
It's rough.
And then there was another one, I think. Somniferous Almond Eyes said, Doug just can't catch a break, or should I say beak,
Beak. Yeah.
with that
Yeah.
flying eagle. And there's Doug, like, giving the side eye, looking at the guy showing me these coins.
Yeah.
Doug, it's been an ongoing joke on the channel that every one of us has found a flying eagle, multiples of them.
Yeah, let me tell you, let me just, so everybody doesn't think I'm not capable of finding these coins.
Oh, well, they all do. They all do.
I know they all think that, but I know one particular time, Rich is 5 feet from me to my left, and I'm digging, and we're in the same yard. I'm digging the same number he's digging. I pull up a fatty Indian. And what does he pull up? A flying eagle. So, I just haven't gotten on that coin yet. But to my credit, how many trimes do you have, Rich?
None.
Oh, okay. I got 2.
All right.
So
Well, we all have good stuff. And,
We all have our white whale to deal with.
Yeah, Doug will get one soon, and then what are we going to make fun of then? So
Yeah,
I'm
then I'll
doing
die.
mine again.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time till Doug finally finds one.
Yep.
Until then, we'll all just keep adding to the
Busting
pile.
my chops. Yeah. Yeah, and the one comment that you made, Jason, in the video was the kids were out in the yard playing and digging. Look, they had the little metal detector and they're digging the yard up. And Jason says something to the effect that if they pull a flying eagle out of there, that would really
I
kill
don't
me.
remember. In the moment, I try not to jinx you by saying things like that because then it's going to happen. But yeah, it's one of those weird things. It's not like these flying eagles are rare. They made tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of them.
Yeah.
It's just bad luck that Doug hasn't gotten over one yet.
Yep.
Eventually, he will get one.
And maybe that look will change.
Maybe it'll change. So, all right, well, let's see what else we got on the day. Where am I at here? Okay. So we'll continue here, still in the yard. Oh, let me preface this too, Doug. I'll go to the next picture. After that flying eagle he showed us, the property owners invited me inside, and they were showing me all these coins that they found just randomly in the farm fields over 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
And they wanted me to ID them all so they could mark them all in these cases. They probably had 50 coins. So I was in there for a good hour and a half. So when I came out, you guys already had like 6 things, Doug, waiting for me. You can see some of the holes here.
Yeah.
There were some on the side. Like when I came out, it was just chaos of holes as you guys were waiting for me to film them. So that's where we kind of picked it up because I was gone for a little bit. So the first of the holes that I saw when I came out was copper, which I think one of them was a slick one. I'm just going to zip through them.
Yeah.
A second copper that from this exact angle only, it looks like it's a KG2. Can you kind of see the outline there of his especially the left side of him?
Yep.
Can you see it, Matt?
Maybe. It's not fabulous, Jason. It's
No, it's not. It's definitely not. a slight ID there.
Maybe a ponytail.
Let's see. I think after that, Audrey sees it. All right. So after that one, Rich had a what's in the clump, which was clearly like a silver dime. So we did a little breakout. I mean, this is the smallest what's in the clump ever. I mean, I wouldn't even call that a clump. It's like a what's under the the jelly.
Well, you were inside so long, the clump kept falling apart.
Yeah, it was eroding.
Yeah,
it was eroding. But no, we did break it out, and most of the silver coins we find are always Mercs and Rosies. So it's nice to find anything older than that. And Rich at least got a little older.
Barber.
And you can see it right there with that rub, Doug.
Yep.
Got a nice conditioned Barber dime, which is really cool.
Yeah.
You're talking at least over 100 years old right off the bat. This one turned out to be 1908. And I think I got a shot of the back, had a mint mark on it too. You can see the D mint mark there from Rich. The only silver that was found on the entire property up to this point.
By us. They have found some themselves. But
Well, by us, meaning that, of course by us, because, for the video purposes.
Right.
The only two. Rich, you were shaking your head no also. Was there another one found by us?
no, I just couldn't believe that the whole time. I was thinking,
Yeah, but all that stuff,
Yeah, where's all the silver?
Yeah, I don't know. And silver, like the large cents, is loud. You can hear it real easy. As long as you're close to it, you're going to hear it. It's super high conducting. All right, so after the Barber, where am I at here? Hold on. Okay. I think I have a smiling face of Rich, who was happy to find stuff. I'm not sure what's in there. Amanda Collins says, stupendous, Rich. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Audrey says, stupefying.
Stupefying.
There's a word.
Right. Doug, are you writing these down, Doug?
Yes.
I'm gonna use that one.
All right. Whoops. Where'd that happen? Did I go forward or backwards? Oh, wow. I jumped
You went
really
backwards.
Jeez,
I jumped
you're going way back.
Yeah, let me fix it. Hold on. Let me get back to where we were. Okay. I didn't want to ruin it. All right, we're back. All right. So after that, let me see. Rich smile. Oh, okay. So after this one, Rich was with some of the family there. They had the two kids Doug was talking about. They were out detecting also. And at this moment, Rich had another thing. So the kids were helping. And Rich had this nice two-piece button, which two-piece buttons are always exciting because even though they're newer, they're usually, Civil War or later. They're not 1700s. They usually have an image on them most of the time. So I get excited because at least it's going to be something to look at. So Rich started brushing it. I got a good live toothbrushing shot there. And you can see there's rings. There's an image starting to come to life. And when he cleaned it all off, it's a button that we actually found before. I'll blow it up. It says on it, around the rim, it says, God helps those that help themselves. And there's an image of a guy with a
Plow.
plowing the field. It looks like there's a horse-drawn plow there with the sun. There's a cabin in the background with some smoke coming out. Beautiful, high-detailed button. And we had found this before. I remember specifically Doug finding one. Doug, do you remember where you found yours? And I'm going back 5 or 6 years.
Dennis Dan's.
That's right, Dennis Dan's house.
Yep.
And yours was, and dare I say, Doug, yours was in even better shape than this one, believe it or not. 'Cause this one looks phenomenal.
Yep.
This God helps you button really holds up. Someone must be watching over him. All right. Someone said, is that a donkey? I mean, I don't know. It might be a donkey. I just say horse. How do you tell the difference between a horse and a donkey?
On the button, you don't.
Oh, okay. I think it looks like a horse, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure.
That's a horse.
A mule, a donkey, a horse.
Yeah. Whatever would pull that
A
thing.
mule is a cross between a donkey and a horse.
I think I heard before, Doug, that I might screw this up. A mule can't have babies. Like once
Can't
you
reproduce. Can't
if you're a
reproduce.
mule, your line is over.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I guess so. If a donkey and a horse make a mule, every single mule is sterile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is.
It's the end of the line.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, how many animals out there in nature, every single one is sterile? You know, what I mean, there's probably not a lot of those.
I never knew that.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know why that is. We'll have to Google it later. Audrey Growinghouse agreeing with me, but I'm not sure why. Do we have any biologists in the chat? Any zoologists that could explain to us why mules can't have Turd Ferguson says odd number of chromosomes. I have no idea if that's true or not, but I'm going to put it up there.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. Gordon McCall said that button's exquisite. Good word. Good word,
Yes.
Gordon.
Exquisite.
Good word.
Yeah.
The
On
one I have is even more
bodacious.
exquisite.
Bodacious button.
Bodacious.
Very good.
Mm.
Very good.
Go on, move on.
Yeah, maybe it is like a chromosome thing. I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Buckle Boy said mules originally bred because they thought they'd fare better in the southern heat. Yeah, I have no idea why they were bred. It's just weird that every single one is sterile, from what I understand, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but anyway, awesome button there. Whatever the heck is on it. All right,
It's a
let me see.
sterile horse.
We're almost at the end here. We're almost at the end. Okay.
You want to hear an interesting fact?
Oh, I sure do. I sure do.
Speaking of equines, every horse that ran in the Kentucky Derby
Oh.
was in the line of Secretariat.
Yep, that's true.
I did hear that.
Yeah,
Yep.
I did
That
hear
is amazing.
it is.
Doug, do you remember what year Secretariat won the Derby?
I think it was like 74,
Oh, you're 1 year off.
somewhere around there.
73.
73.
73.
Okay.
Very good though, Doug.
Thank you.
Dig in the Past says the odd chromosome number is fax. So I'm guessing that mules some sort of a chromosomal thing, which is why they're all sterile. Just surprised nature hasn't fixed that for them. You know, like
Yeah.
nature seems to find a way. You know,
Did you see Wendy Olson's comment on that?
no.
She breaks it down pretty good.
Oh, does she? Oh, here it is. Hold on. Let me bring up Wendy's.
Mules
Mules are sterile because they inherit an odd number of chromosomes, usually 63, which makes it difficult for their cells to divide properly during meiosis. Am I pronouncing that right? Meiosis?
Yes.
No idea. Sounds good.
All right. I mean, well, there you go. I'm just surprised, nature finds a way, and almost every living creature on this planet, their number one goal of being alive is to reproduce. So I'm surprised that mules haven't, somehow managed to, figure out a way to reproduce. But whatever.
I don't know.
Whatever. I think we're not going to get the answer
You
today.
think we flogged this horse long enough?
Oh, there's another one too. Yeah, here's the Alan Cleveland says the liger. You ever see a liger, Doug? The half tiger, half lion?
I have heard of them yet.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway, all right. Next find was sort of from Matt. The daughter, I can't remember the daughter's name, Doug. Do you remember her name?
No, I'm sorry.
Darn it. I forget her name. I apologize. But she was helping, and Matt pulled out. He had two of them. I only got one.
Pewter spoon.
Nice pewter spoon.
Yep.
And I put this in because you remember a couple weeks ago, Doug, when Charlie
Yes.
found the pewter spoon that where it was soldered on looked like a fish. And
No, I found it.
whoever found it. I thought I was just a
Don't
coincidence.
discredit me. I found it, but it was Charlie's permission.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
So Doug found the broken spool bone, a bowl. And then someone said, I think every spoon might have a
Fish.
And so, but this one clearly is not. It was just
Yeah.
two pieces, but still nice though. Any pewter spoon is super cool.
Yeah, I like the spoons.
So that was Matt. Where am I at here? We're almost done, guys. I promise. This house was just incredible, and we go back again. That'll hopefully be this Tuesday's video. Still a ton of stuff. So now we got another find from Rich. Again, the kids were helping. We were having a big party out back. This is not a big area where we were hunting in the back, but it was where the original front door was, which is why it was so much activity around. So this one turned out to be another dirty circle. You know, dirty circles usually turn out to be something good. And this one was, this was your braided hair, Rich.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one cleaned up pretty good. Other than that little
Yeah,
corrosion.
looks good.
Yeah, that
the
little
yard
corrosion spot.
was better than the fields there as far as condition.
Yeah, no fertilizer in the yard. They did come out good. I think I have a picture of the back of this one too. Yeah, there's the back of yours. Nice one. We weren't able to get a date off of it, as I recall. And like a lot of the stuff, we gave this to the property owner. We don't have it anymore to look it up. But really good one there. Then the next find was this was from Charlie.
I think Charlie's talking to God there.
That's what it looks like. But no, what
Parting
Charlie,
the Red Sea.
what he was trying to do was he
Oh.
wanted me to guess what he found before I looked at it.
Oh yeah.
And I said, well, you got to give me a clue, Charlie. And his clue was this. And I was like, Charlie, what the heck is that? Like, and somebody, Kurt Esselbarger said, I would not want to be on Charlie's team in a charades game. What this means from Charlie, Doug,
Yeah.
is United States.
I was trying to figure that out too.
Yeah, it meant United States, which I never would have guessed in
In 100 years.
100 million billion years. Mules would start reproducing by the time I guessed that. Thank you, Pat.
Yeah, thanks, Pat.
But as Charlie cleaned it a little bit, it turned out that the America reference was for that nice U.S. Pin,
Yeah.
which I think was probably, I mean, obviously military. I don't know what they call that. I think it went like on your, like above your left breast.
It's on your lapel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So nice piece there from Charlie. Always find fun. He also found the U.S. button. Charlie found two things that had U.S. on it. Pretty interesting there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So after that, we go back to Rich again. I think this was the big one from Rich. So
Oh, wait a minute. Let me set the stage here.
Okay, set the stage.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
This was. You see that in the background up on its side, a ladder?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There was a ladder laying in the middle of the yard. So Rich and I decided we're going to pick the ladder up because it was heavy and move it and do under where the ladder was sitting. And
Oh,
don't
that ladder was just laying out in the middle of the yard?
Yes.
Yeah, right where we're standing there.
Right where we're standing. And I said to Rich, I'll go down the other end and you start here and we'll work towards one another. Well, this is what he found. I should have sent him down to the other end
Mm-hmm.
and I should have started there.
Hey, I was inside for 2 hours. At least you had a shot at it. You had a shot at it.
But
Yeah, we
in my
both got a-
opinion, this was the find of the day.
Without a
Pennies
I
doubt.
think it
at the
was
same
too.
time.
Without a doubt. This is
The next time someone wants an ID on their 50 coins, guess who's going in and doing it? Rick. Rick is doing it.
We'll call Buckle Boy up.
Buckle Boy can do it. I'll make these full screen because they were pretty darn cool.
Yeah, this
So-
is fine.
Of course, of all the things, Rich hit this one with a shovel. So Wendy Walborn said Richard Nixon made an appearance today, which is Richard Nixon hasn't made an appearance in a few weeks, but he was back
Yeah,
today.
good.
But you can see those scrapes on there, but we still managed to. I gave it a wipe, and this was interesting. I gave it the wipe while we were filming it, and I saw what looked like a weird Britannia. Like it looks like Britannia, but it looks like she's fat. Like she's a little overweight. Like,
Yeah.
and I was like, well, that's a weird looking Britannia. Maybe it's a counterfeit. Like something was off. So we cleaned it a little bit more, and then the face started to appear, and I was like, oh man, I knew instantly that this was something that Rich does not have yet.
Yep.
So hand it back to Rich. We're wiping it down. I think Rich finally realizes, what it is. And then once it was cleaned up a little better, there's the back with that scratch that, it happens sometimes.
I didn't do the chip though.
I think that was there when he dug it.
The chip was there.
Yeah.
There's a comment from Jonas. Cool car, Rich. Awesome token, Matt. Spectacular. Love the adjective there from Jonas. Spectacular. Vermont State Copper from Rich. And there it is right there. What a gorgeous coin. Rich, your first one ever. And there's a comment from our good friend KK, who is a Vermonter, who said, yay, love the Vermont Copper, Rich. Cool find, y'all. Couldn't wait for the episode to load. Rich, how'd you feel once you realized what you originally thought was a KG turned out to be your first ever Vermont?
I was really happy about it, and it was a bucket lister because I want to have at least one of all the state coppers, and they were nice enough to let me keep that. So
Nice.
But see, that's why another thing is when you share with the property owners, they're more tended to share with you back. Yeah. So good by giving them things like the car that Rich got that was cool, and they were nice enough when they heard Rich never found this coin, they let Rich have it, which was really nice of them.
Not to mention they already had one inside that they found.
A Vermont?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing the Vermont.
They found it down in the field though.
Oh, okay. We don't get a lot of Vermonts up here. I only remember seeing us as a group dig 3 counting this one, 3 total in 10 years. What, Doug?
I got one.
Oh, I don't even remember yours. Was I there?
Mine was it was over at Rogers, by the airstrip on the other side.
Was I there when you found it?
Yes, yeah, and if you go back, you'll see it. It's not nearly as good a condition as this, but right close to where the hedgerow was, and you know where that is.
Audrey Girlinghouse says flabbergasting.
Yes, we do that every now and then.
Big Wave Digging Life is doing the I'm not even going to say that that whole word. That's too long to say in the videos. But no, amazing. Now Rich did not do this little hook up here.
No,
that was broken. But if I go back, Rich's scratch was this right here. Now the back wasn't the best anyway, and like I always say, this side
is the money
shot. So this is the money shot, and it looks really good. Oh, there was a thing out west metal detecting. Thank you for the super chat. I don't think we ever find state coppers in California. Big congrats, Rich.
Thank you.
I would imagine it's tough, getting anything, pre-gold rush coins in California. Yeah. But I wonder, I always, in my mind, I envision the California people getting more Carson City silvers than we get. I wonder if that's true.
Sure.
Because we get very few that make it all the way out east. But no, thank you, Out West Metal Detecting, and I'm sure you get cool things that we don't get. We don't get those S mint mark pennies. I'm sure that's no consolation to the Vermont
or gold nuggets either.
We don't get a lot of gold nuggets. We don't get a lot of gold nuggets. But great find there from Rich. And then, after this, let me see, was that the last comment here? There was one more. There was a few more there. People were commenting, Mountain Man Medium. Oh, he didn't have Rich drive the car. And then Ratliff Family Lawns. I really wanted to see Rich ride the car. It was an Easter egg. If you stayed till the very, 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 very end, after I play the outro song, Doug, Rich did drive the car. I only have a still, but he took that thing for a spin.
I should have ran because it's a race car.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it had bad gas in it, so it was kind of like putting.
Yeah.
Sluggish.
It's been sitting for a while, Rich.
There was another one as Rich was going downhill, obviously. The last one was up. Look, Half Pint said he saw it. Audrey stayed till the end. Thank you. If you stayed to the end, you got the Easter egg. If you didn't stay to the end, you missed it. So there we go. Let me get rid of this, Doug. So that was our first 2 trips to this place. We do go back again, which will be this Tuesday's video, assuming I get it done in time, which I'd be shocked if I didn't, but it's not done yet. And then we go on to another place, which we've been back to 5 times, with maybe, if I had to guess, Doug, in the 5 times we've been to the next place, over 60 silvers, maybe 70 silvers.
Yeah.
Perhaps the most silver we've ever found at any one place. We've been back 5 times so far. And then, so that's going to be coming up with incredible, all sorts of incredible finds, which will then lead into Lynn's spectacular find, which gave us yet our second television appearance, after one being Beavis and Butthead. This one a little more on the serious nature. With Lynn's incredible find, which I won't let it out of the bag. You can go look at the Facebook, but that's going to be exciting because the story is still unfolding. And once it's all done, you'll see it. We'll explain why, but fantastic. But there it is, Doug. It's 9:00. We're going to get ready to
night.
What's that?
Call it a night.
Yeah, we're going to wrap this up. I'm tired. I'll do a few more hellos. I do see, if I didn't get you earlier, Crazy Diggin' is in here. I'll even put some things up. Crazy Diggin'. He's seen a lot of people find CC coins back east. Yeah, we do find, I wouldn't say a lot. We average
Rich got one. Rich got one.
Yeah.
Yep.
We average like 1 a year for the whole group. They're not common. I've gotten 2 over the years. Do you have a Carson City anything, Doug?
No. Oh, yes. I got a silver dollar.
What?
But I do.
No, I mean, do you have a Carson City that you found in the ground with your metal?
No. It was given to me. I won it in a contest.
Doug, whenever I say, do you have,
I have one
with your metal detector.
Find it.
Yeah, come on, Doug.
I did find an 8 real, though.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You're still milking that, Doug? That was 4 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, and I got a cap bust, 1818 cap bust.
Yes, you did. Oh, Doug, show everyone your flying eagle.
Wait a minute. I'll be back.
All right, he's got to find it. Yeah, he misplaced it. But no, we all do have our own, our own proudest finds, and there's things that we're looking for, like everybody else out there.
Yeah.
Here's a good point. Jay Diggs History says, I'm going to find a CC Flying Eagle. That would be a trick.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
That'd be hard to find.
He'll take one or the other.
Yeah.
He'll take one or the other. But we're going to go ahead and wind this up. I'll go around. Everybody, I'll give everyone their chance for any last goodbyes. And then hopefully we'll be back next Thursday. I'm not even 100% sure yet. It's summer. The schedule might be different. But Doug, I'll let you go first. We'll go clockwise.
I'm curious. Alan Cleveland, are you really in Alaska?
Alan Cleveland is in Alaska, Doug. Remember, he sent us.
He sent us a couple nice gifts. Yes,
including all the chocolate bars from Alaska.
Yeah, it's okay.
Which I
He
brought
says
them.
it's 5:00 in Alaska.
Yeah.
So he's
5 p.m. It's early.
yeah, he's fixing to eat dinner right now.
Yeah, he sent us some toothbrushes and remember that whole big package thing. That was really nice of him. Lynn, I haven't seen you yet. I still have yours, Lynn.
Oh, okay.
But he did send you one. I have it.
Thank you,
We
Alan.
were away. We were Brad for a while, and you weren't at these houses. I think you come back with us.
Wait a minute. Let's get back to the chocolate. You ended up keeping all 5 of them.
Well, what happened was.
Yeah. Oh, okay. What happened?
Let me tell the whole story. I brought the chocolate bars. There was 5 of them. I brought them for all of us to share.
Yeah.
We put them in the car. We hunted all day. And, of course, at the end of the day, we forgot about them. So we brought them home.
Hot chocolate by the time you got back to the car.
What's that?
It was a puddle of hot chocolate.
They were pretty melted because they were in the hot car all day. So I got home and I put them in the refrigerator. When I got home, when I was cleaning my car out, I was like, oh, darn, we never gave the chocolates out. So I put them in the refrigerator and I said, oh, well, next week I'll bring them back again. Now, between that time and next week, I ate one. I think my kid grabbed one. So I was like, oh, darn it. I'll bring the other 3 at least and give them out. But then the next week came and I forgot. I just forgot to bring them. Because I got to bring so much stuff. I got to bring all the camera gear, all the mics. I got to bring detectives for every homeowner that wants to
eat
join
the
us.
other 3.
I'll bring some chocolates next time for you, Doug.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyway, the end of the story is, I ate all 5 of them. Over the course of like a month. Over the course of like a month.
Yeah. I forgot all about him until you brought it up, and that's right. He did send all that chocolate.
I
Where did it
know.
go?
I know. No, it wasn't my plan to eat them all, but that's what happened. So I forgot to bring them. But anyway,
Enjoyed it.
Doug, go ahead and let's say your final goodbyes for the week.
All right, goodbye. That's been good. Nice to have Matt with us tonight.
Yeah,
Matt's
I had
first
fun.
appearance.
Sorry, Charlie's enjoying the beach right now.
In his thong.
In his thong, yes. Picture that.
Oh, that's
But
next week.
It's nice to see people are starting to get through the ice. It's melting and getting out metal detecting. Again, I'll remind everyone, if you're not a part of Dog Tag Doug Facebook page, ask to join and I'll put you right in there. We get a lot of nice finds put up on the page. And I only need about 500 more to catch up with Quarter Hoarder. So,
All right, make sure you guys check that out. Doug's page, you can post your finds.
exactly.
Where mine is like locked down, where you can't post your things. I only did that because you get so many scammers out there. I didn't want them to be able to do that. But Doug's, you can post pictures of your finds, videos. You can do all that.
Videos, yep.
So you can check that out. Of course, it's Dog Tag Doug on Facebook. Rich, who was telling me he might start a Facebook, a Rich Van Winkle Facebook. I don't know if he's done it yet.
I haven't yet.
People
But
to
I'm
reach
gonna.
out to you.
He just got his chicken coop up, one thing at a time.
That's true.
One thing at a time.
You're gonna be
Rich
busy.
has no social media. That picture where I had him like a hobo by the train station, that really sums him up.
I'll use that as the
Yeah, that's his cover page.
photo.
But Rich, would you like to say any goodbyes before we get out of here?
Well, just it was a fun show, and it was really great to have Matt here tonight.
Thanks. Thank you.
I think I look forward to tonight because we haven't had it in a few weeks, or I haven't been here anyway. And but yeah, thank you everybody. It was a great night.
That was a good night. And Rich, I'm seeing a lot of things about your chickens. Make sure you bring me some eggs. I want to try some of those eggs.
Oh, I have them. I have them set aside, but unfortunately, I don't think I'll see you this weekend. So
No,
it's all
maybe
right.
not.
I'll always have them now.
Do you guys?
I'll take them.
All right.
Do you guys out there, the viewers? I mean, do you remember about 6 months ago on one of the quarter afters we had on a husband and wife from a house that we were detecting because we wanted to do a show on the homeowner's perspective. Their names were Angela and Sean, if you remember them. We did 2 videos at their house. But Angela and Sean had all these chickens in a chicken coop, but I think the work got overwhelming or they just didn't have time. So they reached out and they gave Rich the chicken coop and 9 of their chickens. So now Rich is like a father to all these chickens. Then this is your first experience with chickens, isn't it, Rich?
No, I worked with them on the farm, but I've never had them before.
Okay.
Personally.
And how many eggs are you averaging a day with those 9 chickens?
Between 5 and 7.
Are you eating? I mean, how do you keep up with 9, like 5 and 7 eggs every day? Do you eat a lot of eggs?
I do eat a lot of eggs. Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to bring them on Saturdays.
Breakfast for dinner is one of my favorites.
That's a lot.
Wow.
Audrey said the attack chicken. No, that was a different chicken that attacked me. These were nice chickens.
This begs the question, though, Rich. What came first, the chicken or the coop?
I got the coop first.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it was really nice of them. So shout out again to
Sean and
Angela.
Yeah, thank you again for getting Rich. He's always wanted to do it. I'm glad he's got his own little chicken world over there.
Yes, thank you.
Lynn, your last things, and while you're saying it, I will hold up again where Lynn is this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll second that it was nice to see Matt on here. It's always fun to be with him. And I'm going to miss this weekend. And then the next weekend is the Gettysburg show in Pennsylvania. So I'll miss Saturday next week. And tonight was fun. Congrats on all those neat finds. I enjoyed seeing, all your finds.
Yeah, this weekend it's weird. It's this weekend's Mother's Day. So a lot of us can't make it. It's only going to be, I think, me, Doug, and Charlie, because our wives just know that we're going metal detecting. But the weirdest thing is, Doug, is Lynn's going to be away at a show, but Rich can't go metal detecting because it's Mother's Day and he's going out to lunch, but he's going to lunch without his mother.
Right.
Yeah, like if you're going to tell me I can't go because it's Mother's Day, but I know your mother's out of town, that's a lame excuse.
He's celebrating her in absentia.
It's a family member
at the farm with us.
Yeah, I'll be seeing family that we don't see, a ton. So
all right. It's just weird that your mom won't even be there.
I know. It is strange. I'll come
now,
to the dig.
When will you be home, Lynn?
Mid-afternoon.
When?
Mid-afternoon on Sunday.
Will you be around during the week?
Yeah, I leave Thursday for another show for Gettysburg. But,
okay.
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay, well, I'll talk to you when you get back.
Okay.
All right, Matt. I'll give you your final words. Your first show ever, Matt. Give me your final thoughts on the day, the show, and
did you have stage fright?
Yeah, anything that you're plugging, Matt.
Of course I did, Doug. You know that. I mean,
I'll be full screen.
Yeah. What do you say about a property like that? It's like a beautiful place. We found so much stuff. It was incredible. And I was happy to be there, to be honest with you. As far as being on the show, I had fun. I really did. I appreciate you guys having me on and, talking about our finds, all the stuff that we found. It's always nice to go over that. And that's about it. Let's hope Doug finds a flying eagle before he kills all of us. And go from there.
It's going to happen eventually. One of these times it's coming up.
Yeah.
Right? Let me put us back. I'll put us back in the order. But no, Matt, I will also, in closing, say it was good to have you here, man. Matt finds a lot of stuff like Rich does. So, between Matt and Rich, Doug and I can just put our feet up and just kind of get lucky to get whatever's left over.
Yeah.
But no, he does find a lot of stuff.
I follow Rich. That's what I do.
I might have to start tying Matt too rich, as rich is tied to the bumper.
Yeah.
Chain
But
gang.
no, it was good to have Matt on here.
Thank you.
So in closing, I do want to say everybody out there, and Lynn, happy Mother's Day for Sunday.
Thank you.
I might not see you.
Thank you, everybody out there too.
Any mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. And to Doug, happy Mother's Day, because sometimes Doug can be a real mother. But no, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Happy
We will be
Mother's Day.
back, of course, Tuesday with a new video, and then maybe next Thursday for a live stream. Playing it by ear, I'm not really sure. But otherwise, we're going to get out of here. So everybody, 5 Mile Relic Hunter, Buckle Boy, Audrey, Wendy, everybody, if I didn't get you in the chat, thank you for watching. Happy hunting, and we'll see you on the next one. Later.
Good night.
Good night.